Just waiting for everybody to join. How are we all? I hope we're not too sweaty and hot already. It's definitely like a hair off the face kind of day. So, normal give me core routine. We've got no getting down on the floor again, just because I've just found too many other things that I want to do instead. So, because it's hot, I don't know what environment you're in, make sure you've got your water. I've remembered mine. And go for the stretchy feels, slow everything down. Don't try to be a core hero today. You will also need, I'm going to use the back of a chair for one thing, but it also works on a wall. So you just need to be able to pop your hand on something at about chest-ish height or just a bit lower. That'll work fine. So let's get started. Probably take that off there because it's very much rattling around. We're going to start with some roll downs. So for those of you like Pilates and that sort of thing, you'll be familiar. We've done a few of these things before. So it's just about letting everything sort of roll forward and hang down. And you're just going to really slowly take knuckles towards feet and just really let that back round itself. And you can just hang out there for a second. And then when we come up, we need to make sure that it's really, really slow. Oh, we've got somebody else joining us. Let me just let them in. Coming up really, really slowly so that you don't get any sort of head brushy feeling. So you just bring that up. Imagine that that's just slowly straightening itself out. I imagine one of those snap bands, you know, that kids have. They roll up, don't they? And then you sort of like pull them straight. That's what I imagine that my spine is doing when I do that. So we're going to do that 3 or 4 times, really nice and slowly. Don't rush out at the bottom position if you find it quite enjoyable. So again, fingers are just heading towards toes. Let it hang. Really let that back relax down. And then really slowly from the bottom of the spine, just slowly stack everything on top of each other until the head pops up. So let's do 2 more of those. Slowly tucking that chin. Roll that down. Give yourself some nice breaths in and out in each position. Like I said, don't whip your head up fast. Just let it naturally come up. 1 more time. Very slowly bring yourself back up. What a nice way to start. Next up, we're going to take both hands straight up. But your hands can touch if you like to have a little prayer vibe today. Don't know what you're going to wish for today. We're going to take them straight up the middle. And as you do, you're going to lean back and bring those hands overhead. And then shoot them back down again. Again, everything's moving super slowly today, like we're moving through mud. Almost like you're swimming through mud, I guess. It could be like that. Straight up the middle, lean back. And try and extend those arms overhead. So they're starting off, my elbows are bent. And as I come up, I'm going to try and straighten them as much as possible. And then bring them back down. 1 more of those, and then we're just going to add something to it. So straight up the middle, leaning back, and then I want you to draw a huge circle with those arms, all the way back to the start, and then you can sort of right yourself. Let me show you from the side. So we're leaning back, we're staying here as we draw that big circle, and then as they come to the bottom, we can bring those arms forward and ourselves forward. Now, I am getting a lot of like crunchiness in the shoulders when I do that. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. Just sort of like blowing out the air almost, or the cobwebs, as I like to say. Let's have 3 more of those, nice and slow at your own pace. Take the hands up. Huge circle. And then bringing yourself forward. It's almost like you're just really opening up that chest as you're taking those arms around. Last one. Lovely stuff. Okay. So we're going to side step now. I'm just going to move my chair. It's going to be in the way a little bit. We're going to side step. Arms are going to come out in front. And as we side step, we're going to rotate them round to the side. So we're going to stick all on one leg, keeping those hands roughly the same distance apart as we side step. So again, just a step, not really a lunge. You can keep that big or small, so you might just want to be here, or you might want to lean into that a little bit more. And I want you to keep that gaze at me, because I want you to move around that neck, like so. Okay, one more here. We're going to switch sides. So other leg, and rotating towards that leg that's stepping out. Again, I'm not too worried about reaching too far around to the back at the moment. Just creating some movement around my head and neck. I feel like I've been carrying quite a lot of tension there at the minute. I find myself going to sleep like that. Like, and it's and then I wake up and my body just hurts. So I'm like, why am I sleeping like a tightly coiled spring? Blame the children. Big, one more. And now this is where we're going to grab our surface. So it's either going to be the chair. I'll be demoing it with it in front of me. So I'm either going to put one hand on the chair here, and my feet are just standard. Or this can be done just hand on the wall. And you don't need to lean on it. It's just we're fixing that arm in place. And what we're going to do with this hand is we're going to have a huge overhead reach, and we're reaching around that arm. We're sort of squishing things in, but we're just not allowing any more movement because we've got our arm locked in that position. So nice big reach overhead, like that. And feet are just comfortable, hip width. And what you're really looking for is that length down the side. There, lovely. Two more. And then we're going to swap sides. Lovely. Other arm. So back of the sofa or the back of the chair would be good. Or you can just stick your hand on a wall. So just reaching over that point. So keep breathing. One more. Now, some of you may have seen on my Instagram story, if it even uploaded, I didn't even check. So this is the step forward, catch the chicken movement, okay? So again, your choice. It can just be a step, or you can make it more lungy, but that's up to you. I'm definitely not going to make it more lungy today. I don't want to die. It's far too hot. But you're going to catch a chicken because chickens are pretty quick and we don't catch them very often. So you're more likely to just go like that and miss it. So that's the catch the chicken. You're going to step forward and just give your arms that shape. So catch the chicken and then step back. So it's like this. Or if you want to imagine something a little bit nicer than chicken, it might be you're just going to scoop up a lovely little cat or puppy and give it a little cuddle. But either way, arms like this please, stepping forward and leaning right down towards the toe with those fingertips as far as you can get them. So again, that's going to look different on everybody. It might be here, or it might be right down there. Just catch that chicken with a step forward. I mean, I had chickens at one point, and to be honest, this is what it looks like when you try and grab hold of them. But you can be a bit quicker. And and you still don't get them. Probably a couple more. And if you haven't already, have a drink. That's my prompt as much as yours. We're going back to that side step with the arms that rotate. And we're going to do something different with the arms when we're here. So you're going to move them and you're just going to poke your head through the hole. So your arms go from here to like this. Let me demo one more time. We're out here with the arms, they rotate round, and then you're going to pop your head through the little gap that you make, and then bring them back up to this starting point. Hopefully that makes sense. So all you've got to do is stick your head through the hole and have a little peek through before you return. So we're just going to go for about 5 or 6 on this side, and then we're going to swap to the other side. Rotate them out. You can still keep the eyes at me. Pop it through. And then bring it back. If anyone can think of a good name for this one, answers after. Lovely. Let's have 2 more. So, and now just give those arms a little rest. We'll just repeat that on the other side. Again, rotating through and then just having a little look through that gap. But then just rotating and then creating a lateral bend down that side. It's then lengthening as well as rotating. So 2 more. Awesome. Press those arms. We're going back to holding on to the chair. I'm just going to show you, first of all, from this view, because I'm aware that the chair is sort of blocking what I'm doing. So we're going to pulse that arm. I will turn around again. So you're holding on and you're going to reach over and you're going to pulse like that. So we're reaching, we come a little bit up and then we reach again and then we bring it back in. So it's just a little like that in that end range. Poke, poke, like that. You can either drive that from your hip or with your reach. So if you're here, you could go poke, poke with your hip, or you could do it with your fingers, poke, poke, like that. I think poke makes more sense than saying pulse. I know everyone knows what pulse means. But I like to imagine what I would be doing. And I might be poking somebody if I was doing that, or budging them with my hip. So one hand on your surface, other one's going for that reach, and you're going to pulse it, pretend you're poking somebody. Probably makes more sense for my brain. Poke. Poke and run away. There we go. Poke. The reach and poke. Lovely. 2 more on this side. And then we're swapping over, switch those hands up, other side, poke and run, reach, poke, run away. It's only really small. So 2 more. Nice. Let's move that chair out of the way again. So back to our chicken. This time, you're going to pretend you've already got your chicken and for some reason, maybe it's to save its own life from some peril, you're going to step back and throw it over your head. Alternating steps, throw the chicken overhead. So the arms are quite quick, and as you throw, that foot lands, so they're done sort of simultaneously, okay? So we're going to go for about 8 of those altogether. They can be quite quick, or you can slow them down, but you've still got to effectively throw that chicken over the head. We're not hurting it, it's to save its own life. Maybe you're throwing it away from the mouth of the fox. I think that's my cue to stop talking. Let's just throw the chicken and be quiet, shall we? Lovely. 2 more. Nice. Okay, grab a drink. How are we doing for time? Oh, perfect. Okay, so we are going to go straight back into our chair reach. And again, I'm just going to show you from this angle because it now involves a foot moving. So my hand is on the middle of that surface again. This time when I reach, I'm going to stretch the leg as far away in the opposite direction as I can. Like so. Now, if you'd like to, option to add in a little knee pulse. Let me show you, you don't have to take it. Either do one or the other. So option, reach, knee, reach, knee. That's your option. I'm going to turn back and face you now. Now you know what you're doing. So starting on one side, we're just going to go for about 6 to 8. Choose your option. You can just do the reach. If you'd like to add the knee, go for it. So here we go. Foot reaches. If you'd like to add in that knee, you can pop the toe down on the ground, or you can leave it free and floating because you've got hold of your chair or surface. Lovely. 2 more for me. And then I'm going to swap sides. Oh, a lot more juicy than it perhaps looked, which is always good, I think. Other side, legs going as far away from hand as you can, and add in that knee. Oh, who says you need to get down on the ground to work your core? Oh, 2 more. And then we're back to chickens. To finish off, lovely. Let me move this all the way out of the way. I don't need that again. Oh, dearie me. Right, last thing to finish. We're gonna combine, catch the chicken, throw the chicken, okay? So we're gonna do all on one leg, just one leg moving. Step forward, catch. Step forward, throw, then step back, throw. If you can, legs going to move from one straight to the other. To modify, catch, come to the centre, just on the toe, throw. Okay? So choose your option. 8 to 10 on this side, and then we're going to swap over. Get that chicken, throw it. Get another one, keep going, or you can really slow them down. The last 2. Nice. Other leg. And again, remember, that only needs to be a small step. You don't have to make it so lungy. It's like a lunge-free zone in me core, isn't it? In dumbbells, all the time, we're lunging everywhere, but not here. We don't like it. Other side, catch that chicken, throw it over. Oh, we've got a little cameo from someone there. Hello. Last two. Catch those chickens. And we're done. Relax those arms, shake them off. Oh, well done everybody. Oh, wow, look at that. That's interesting, isn't it? Well done everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you can think of a good name for that little peek the arms through, please let me know. Have a lovely rest of your day. Speak to you all soon. Bye.